Finish. March, what about you?
I go with Evil Geniuses as well because I don't think Lycan is playable against Enchantress.
All right, and Sin?
50-50 for me. I think this game is really, really difficult to predict.
All right, well, we have the thoughts from the panel, and we'll get to hear from OG as the draft has ended. Casey, take it away.
All right, Coach. Here.
Yeah, it's different than last time. We have more because we want to be more prepared. Actually, it was pretty tiresome. It's like after 2 hours of brainstorming, I was watching Seb and Johan, and they were like, oh, we need to take a break. And we took a break, we come back. It's like, I think we're a better team when we have more time to study another team that played some matches in the tournament, because you see exactly what they play, and we actually enjoyed doing that, even though it's like tiresome. And we were pretty much well prepared for these matches. I mean, they were banning exactly what we thought they were banning. It's like amazing. We either got lucky or we're very smart.
That way there was more of a focus for you on banning heroes?
Not just banning heroes. It's like you need to identify exactly what the team enjoys, the other team enjoys, and what is the comfort zone of it. And you push them out of that. You choose something to be like really hard for them. So it's heavy, you know, you play, you're stressed, you don't know exactly what to do. You're not used to it. So this is what we basically go for when we study a team.
You have such great insight. Thank you so much. That was amazing.
And
best of luck to you.
Thanks.
Get some sleep, study up.
Thank you very much, Casey. And here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2 between Evil Geniuses and OG. And what some picks we have here, folks. We have a Spirit Breaker.
We have a Spirit Breaker.
Nobody's playing this hero.
No, we don't
but
even
Crit, he's bringing it out here on the main stage.
We don't get a whole lot of arc warden either. We're getting blessed here. So I'm looking forward to the 4 positions in this game in particular. Sure, we've got a lot of other flashy stuff to be looking at, but I think Crit in the early game can put so much pressure on, and Jarex I think has to really match and try to make sure that this Spirit Breaker can't just run rampant on these lanes, particularly on Thompson. Because if they have this missile, if they're going to be running this gyrocopter in the mid lane, missile plus barrage with the Spirit Breaker, they can get the gap close on that arc warden, it can at least start to punish and slow down the farm that they need. Same thing in that bottom lane, like the panel was mentioning. There's not really anyone to stop this Spirit Breaker. If he starts on this charge, who's going to stop it? It's literally just the snowball that comes out from the Tusk. No other heroes actually have a stun on the side of OG.
Certainly lots of sort of follow-up, as you say, sort of, you know, having the Spirit Breaker leading in this point of the game where you're going to have impetuses flying through as well, the Jar and the Drow ready to storm you. And just overall, we'll see if EG can get away with the Drow Ranger win just as OG were able to comfortably do in game 1. It's the runes, OG will be able to start the game, grabbing themselves 3 of them.
Bit too afraid when you're running a Drow versus Tusk Ursa. That gap close is everything you have to worry about.
Many thanks to you.
And that's probably why they picked the Tusk, right? The combination with that Ursa, you're always able to make those aggressive plays before the Blink Dagger does come out. And you can do this. You can help your lane to start it back a little bit further away from their tower.
This time around in terms of lane, it's going to be the 2-1-2, of course, coming back in rather than the aggressive try that we saw for a bit by EG in game 1.
Big eyes on Chris. That's really the one I'm going to be looking at.
You almost had that too.
Absolutely. So sort of talk to me about the Spirit Breaker. You know, this hero, we're not seeing it. A lot of people would just say this hero is sort of flat out bad at the moment. What can go wrong for Crit this game? Like, why are people as a whole not playing this hero?
I mean, if you can't follow up the charges, this hero can't really contribute too much because you're not really providing much as a team fighter. You're this hero that wants to be going around the map, getting these global kind of pickoffs with your charge. But if it comes down to just team fights constantly, it can be a little bit harder for your charges. But he doesn't have to deal with any stuns. There's no Earthshaker fissures. There's nothing to really stop him.
Do not.
It's just Jarex.
Be interesting to see what sort of build Thompson does go for here in this game on the Arc Coordinates. We've seen a variety of different ways to sort of build the hero here and at TI and obviously previous lands and such. A lot of teams trying to play it. Of course, a lot of times being banned out against some of these teams that people know are very experienced with the Arc Coordinate. But there is that potential if he does want to go for the Necro Book, as sort of the panel mentioned, you know, that on top of the Lycan. Even though they don't have a Drow, OG can still very much build towards a similar sort of timing to what they're able to achieve in game 1, if they wish to do so.
Yeah, they are versus the Enchantress, though, which can take over those Necro Books pretty annoying. And also Gyrocopter at some point with Drow Aura, if you get like a BKB, you pop flak, you just take out all those Necrobooks and you get so much gold from it as a Gyro. And I'm curious also, so we were talking about the Arc Warden builds, I'm curious what Sumail's gonna go. Are we gonna get that Blink Dagger again? Blink BKB seemed to be so devastating when he was playing versus the Tinker. It's a similar situation when you're playing versus an Arc Warden. All about gap close.
But once again, looking at sort of the mid lane at the moment, Sumail 9 for 6 against the 8 for 3. Is it sort of expected that a Gyro does this well in a 1v1? Like I feel this is just Sumail playing it pretty well, right?
He's got the Drow Aura, which helps him a little bit on that base damage. He's got that faster attack animation, which goes just a bit faster than the Arc Warden. But yeah, he's doing excellent in the lane. But we'll see them catch. And out. As a haste, he's level 2 now.
See a bit of a lead in onto Arteezy. Now with the slow here with the shot. But those Fire Spirits from Fly certainly sort of pushing back any sort of attempt that Jarex and Seb look to go for with that attack speed reduction.
Yeah, at 3 we could see them look to actually threaten to kill when they have their bottom lane.
Crit indeed just trying to really get in and punch down Ana.
Once they've got
the Glaives from Notel.
Once they have the overpower on Seb, then they can threaten kills better on top lane. Because like you said, the Fire Spirit's very annoying when you don't have that speed up for your attacks. We see Thompson catch back up.
Ana still trying to see
very low.
Slow crit. He's just going to go straight in for the charger, and Ana, has he got a little too greedy? He has. That's going to be first blood for S4. Crit will die, but he'll happily give his life there to set up for S4 to find that first kill. Has to be careful, Ana, in this bottom lane.
Yeah.
So understandably, probably not too used to playing against the Spirit Breaker. Not a hero we see a lot.
Crit charges forward, the missile connects, a bash.
Making these movements, Thompson tries to turn, he just have the TP in from Notel, but the Rocket Barrage from Sumail bringing Thompson low, and it is enough to find the kill, but Sumail, can he get out of it? The curse still ticking him down, but he'll stay alive for now. Crit, can he also escape? He's got the movement speed. Can Notel actually get back to range? Triple He can. Notel will be able to get the kill, get the intelligence, but again, Crit sort of setting up. He's giving his life, and happily so. He's allowing his cores in both the mid lane and the bottom lane to get kills on the respective cores on the enemy side.
Yep. Notel does keep you in to get that int, and he did cancel that regen rune that Sumail got. That's what we're saying though, the Spirit Breaker. He can put a lot of pressure on the map. Charge. Bounty rune's coming out in about 20 seconds. Top lane, Arteezy is being slowed down a bit. Not have the best lats either.
She said, Arteezy and Fly have to be a little careful now that level 3's there. Seb's got that point in the overpower, so the Fire Spirit's not necessarily going to save whoever gets gone on by the Ursa each and every time.
Yeah, I'd imagine Arteezy gets Gust at level 4. That's what's going to be able to push them away if they go for those snowballs. Oh, he protects his Phoenix. As we have those bounty runes coming out, it looks like we'll be able to claim all 4 of them, but do actually have Crit making the charge.
Here's Thompson. He's sort of been baited in towards Sumail. Sumail does fall low, but there's Crit connecting with the charge. Sumail a little too low to really come in and help with the fight, so it is just Crit keeping Thompson off Sumail. As top lane, they've got 3 heroes now. OG being brought in. Notel looking to lead him with the curse. They roll forward with the shards. Arteezy turns. Quick Gust to knock them back as Fly comes in with a TP. Jarex trying to TP his way back to safety. He'll make it out. Arteezy won't accept. Notel get away with the dive. They'll look towards Fly as Fly himself has no dive left to escape. OG get 2 kills out of that top lane. Crit's charging across. A look towards Notel, but he isn't going to try and go for the kill, as he knows as well on his own. It's still a little too risky, so 2 kills for OG and a good escape for Jared.
Arteezy tried to put a branch in to block the Ursa away, but wasn't able to in time. Great dive by OG.
See rune-wise, there's going to be illusion top. We see OG actually going for a smoke around the middle lane. Notel gets the ward down.
It was actually only 3 bounty runes. I think a wolf actually killed that second one. That was bottom line on it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Both mids hitting level 6 now. Sumail certainly does have that kill potential if he gets a +1 in the mid lane, and at the moment, as you can see, Fly sitting behind him, ready in case OG makes some sort of a pounce.
Jarex is here too. They can look for a kill on Sumail.
Sumail is going to go straight away with the cooldown. Does manage to get it onto Thompson and Notel. Dive forward as well as the snowball. Sumail falling low. Jarex goes in, gets the kill. Crit charges forward. He gets some trades, finds Thompson. They'll get 1 for 1 in the middle lane, but Crit does lose his life. So again, OG coming out on top of these skirmishes, and it's 6 minutes in. Notel, he's already stolen 12 in.
Smart man.
4-0-2. Every single kill he's been a part of, Notel.
As Notel would say, right? So smart.
Absolutely. He's playing his heart out in this series.
S4 got a lot of space out of this though in the bottom lane. Momentum going with the siege. Level 6 now claimed. Also phase boots and on the way to that Dragonlance. This Enchantress is definitely going to pose a bit of a threat. As he has a 12. Very significant in 7 minutes.
Top Jax. Seb, they're hunting for RTZ. He's in the trees. Jax has got eyes on him, Seb. It's going to head over. RTZ totally alone at the moment. He's punching back into Jax, but with Seb here, they should have the damage. The Gust comes out to try and slow down the overpower, but there's the Earth Shock. They've got the control, and RTZ just abandoned on that top lane. Mid lane, EG, they're trying to fight, but Samael, he's going to end up potentially going down as well. The Curse starting to take him down. He's got the stick charges, but again, the slow, the rage pop down, so Samael cannot get out.
Another in.
OG outplaying EG in these lanes, and as we're seeing, Fly, you know, he came to the mid to try and help Samael. There was nobody looking to help RTZ on that top lane. I mean, Samael and RTZ dying like that at sort of the 8th minute without any backup able to come in and help them, that's a bad place for EG to be in.
Yeah, Crit's, you know, you're playing the Spirit Breaker, you want to be there to match the aggression, but Crit's actually 0-3 in this game right now. He's 0-3-3, so he does have the 3 assists, but he's getting picked apart. They're making these moves at the same time. Although it was EG making the aggressive move, he's not able to react in time for those movements as a Spirit Breaker. But S4 is getting all the space in the world, so EG is happy about that at least. Their other 2 cores are very, very sacked at the moment.
It's not a bad thing, of course, for S4 to sort of have this amount of farmers. We have seen in the past, you know, Enchantresses can carry games on their back.
They can. However, a Drow Ranger and a Gyrocopter when you're underfarmed versus a Lycan can be very devastating for you. That Lycan just closes the gap on top of you. You have to have backup positions in all cases. Men,
see? You start the fight here with the cooldown. Charge forward as well from Crit. They get on top of Thompson. Thompson will get taken down, but against Samael, he's trying to back away. Here pops the stick charges with the glaze from Notel. He gets the kill. Jump forward for 70. Shocks Crit, slows him down. Crit goes for the charge across, but that's going to be Crit going down too as Seb gets the extra kill here. More intelligent Notel, 18 intelligence and 9 minutes in.
He's part of 9 of their 10 kills on a silencer. Not something you see too often. He's the one reacting to the ganks.
Fly's not gonna die. Seb's just having to walk underneath the tower. Notel, does he get in? Oh, doesn't get in range for that one.
Wasn't quite in.
But nonetheless, 11-4. OG just playing so aggressively. And EG, they're trying to match it, but it seems because of sort of the first few attempts and failures of EG to find those fights, they sort of have that level disadvantage, and OG's cores and supports, as we're seeing with Notel, are just able to hit that much harder and do more than EG's counterparts.
Yeah, EG's just getting outmaneuvered by OG right now.
They'll find Jarek's down bottom. Crit.
You get one.
Gives the vision with the charge. S4 finds the impetus. It really does feel like so much is on S4 to make something happen, as we said. They've given him all the space. He's making the most of it. Can he turn up and help turn things around? Because top lane, the counter there, the curse, stopping the chance for Fly to hold himself in place. As there's the tip.
Oh, the tip.
They're coming out. Notel's feeling pretty good about himself.
That's what everybody wants to see here.
He's got 20 intelligence stolen.
20 intelligence
stolen. That's like 2,000 gold worth of intel as mid lane. Crit just trying to help get rid of this Tempest double. S4 does turn around to help with the push too. Tier 1 tower being threatened. Jax over the charge. Goes Seb with the wraparound, getting ready here.
Notel's coming in too. He's pretty scary.
I mean, Samael's just on the front line. Samael!
Way too far up.
He is absolutely out of it. He's up on the top. There's nothing that the rest of the team could do. Seb's able to keep himself alive with the Enrage.
And Ana takes a tier 2 top during that as well. EG's just getting split up all over the place. Hemorrhaging kills non-stop. Oh, he's very, very happy right now. As we see, the Necro Book is queued up from Thompson, so they are looking to just overwhelm with all these summons, as Ana also queues one up. So sure, Enchantress, you can dominate a Necro Book, but can you dominate 3 sets of Necro Books? I don't think so.
Boy. Well, if you have a refresher orb and a refresher shard, yes you can.
You can only get 3 of them.
Let's see. S4. He's joining the boys now. He said, lads, what's going on the rest of the map? And they said, well, don't look at our net worth. It's all on S4 at the moment. Mr. Gustav Magnuson to do something big for EG.
They're looking for S4.
Oh, this is not the big play they needed.
The wraparound's coming from EG, but S4.
Oh, this is S4. They're just dead. Crit dives in. Fly's going to come forward, but the global silence comes out. Fly can't cancel the Icarus dive. He's back up to the high ground. Curse from No-Tail comes out to the 3 and the Thompson. Deep in out of it. Oh, hang on. They'll take him into the snowball. They want to keep this fight going. They get on top of Snail. They'll take down the egg. They'll find the egg. They'll punch Crit up. Crit's going to fall.
They're all dead.
As well as the team wipe. Oh my lord. OG.
32 intelligence.
32 intelligence. 12 minutes in.
And they can just go on this rush. That's a 12-minute mark.
What is happening here on the main stage for Evil Geniuses? OG are just ripping them apart.
They came with a game plan.
This has to be by far the highest intelligence on a silencer at this sort of market. This is 32.
I've never seen that. I've never seen that. Even when people are intentionally feeding a silencer. I mean, this guy's got 32. It's unbelievable.
32.
He showed up to every single one of their ganks. Even the global positioning there was so perfect. We didn't see it again.
We will indeed. S4 tries to make a go at it, and of course, you know, he's got the untouchable, but the magic, the burst that they have, it's more than enough to find this kill.
He's 22 int at this point, and it comes out to be that 5-minute.
Okay, let's do some maths here. 22 plus 2, that's 24. And now they look for more here. It looked like it was sort of a... Watch Thompson, he's like, I'm getting out of here.
Close.
And then in comes the... He's just sticking around, boy. We're taking this fight.
It would have been extremely close. I think maybe the flak would have caught him, but yeah, he does end up getting saved by that snowball for a time being as his team just collapses onto this low level and underfarmed Drow Ranger. Seems like they picked a very ideal strategy to just collapse on top of EG in all of these fights.
Tension is looking to be high in the EG booth, understandably so. They are only 3k behind, which isn't too much. You know, EG, if they can find one fight, they can swing that 3k advantage back round. Jerax just get found on the sidelines here. Gets the snowball off though, gets himself across back to his teammates. EG have to be very careful about how they choose to fight Samel. He's just so squishy at the moment. Jump for the missile is there onto the Ursa, holding back Seb. So the Earthstroke's not there in time. Samel's able to run himself away, but now Seb looks towards Fly, looks towards Arteezy. Gus comes out, but Seb, he's already enraged. He's able to keep himself alive. The charge coming through, but there's the global silence, cancelling everything. Charge for Jerax, rolls forward with the snowball. Seb up towards Fly. Fly's able to dive away in time, but S4's in trouble on the low ground. Anna popping the ult, ready to chase down Fly into the trees. He goes, bam, it looks like it's chicken for dinner for Anna. Can he find it all? Fly is off the map, but he's into the grave. Flies out of the game. S4 getting surrounded, punch to the backside, double kill for Anna. It just doesn't stop. 20-6.
Sumail actually out. He was moving with his phase boots faster than the Spark Wraith was chasing him, and he got the extra regen. He actually ended up living with like 10 HP as he ran away from the whole team fight. And OG, they're not letting up. It's non-stop.
What a start to this game. I mean, we've seen it in the past, you know, some of OG's members notes out, the sort of magic that he can bring on a main stage. But here at TI, one game up against Evil Geniuses into game 2, 15 minutes in, it's... I don't think anyone could have predicted this. Not even sort of the most hardcore of OG fan back at home watching this stream. Would they have expected OG to be pulling this off at 15 minutes in, getting as far ahead as they are?
Yeah, it's such a fashion. Now they've got this. They've got two Necro 2s already out on their side. And we look at Sumail. Sumail has 1,000 HP. The Drow Ranger has 1,200 HP. These heroes are so fragile to get into the fights now versus what OG has. S4 is their tanky frontliner, but he's also pretty squishy.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They're on the hunt. It's 34 intelligence silencer. They have to just get back. Just try to quick recovery mode.
And they are Arteezy there, standing close to Seb, already seeing if there's an option to swap teams. Seb. There's an overstrike back here. They do have the control onto Seb. Seb's gone down. He's got the Aegis though. He's ready for round 2. The question is, are Evil Geniuses? They do look towards him. One impetus comes through. Does bring Seb pretty damn low.
He killed the book as well with his clap. That extra damage. Global is coming up back now for OG. You see that 76% win probability for OG at the moment. Strategy. They are getting close to that book 3 on the Arc Warden. I imagine Lycan is just as close, and Ana is.
It's Crit. He's got vision on them, but can he really set anything up for his team? So hard to fight into OG at the moment with the deficit that EG have as a lineup. They need to recoup. They need to get the farm up on both Arteezy and Sumail before they really turn up.
Scan on Arteezy. They know he's trying to farm Ancients to catch back up.
Jarex finds the shards. He can't quite have the range. Arteezy's able to back out to safety.
BG just trying to farm desperately. You see Arteezy farming Ancients. Sumail's trying to find any farm on the map as possible. Full spot right now. Full Sage coming out on the courier as well for notes. Building toward that halberd pretty early on this support. 5 position you can, right? Silencer, but really Jarex helping is that 5. He's having such a great time. They're ready for action. It does get scouted though.
Yeah, they did have a wall mid.
Dire
Will EG just look to avoid this, or can they try and turn this into an advantage for them by playing with that information? Looks like they're just getting out of there.
I don't think they're in any position to take a fight versus 2 Necro 3s.
They need to at least sort of have that,
Well, 3
first
Necros.
major item on Sumail, get him his BKB.
If he has the BKB, then he can actually use the flak and take out that Necro book for his teammates, but they're going to need that real badly. They're still just in catch-up mode as OG. Pressure on with this, all these books available.
Here they go. They're in. They're absolutely in. Snowball forward from Jarex, looking to lead in. They've got the global silence OG as well. EG are able to step forward. Can they really start something off? S4 already getting bursted down to half health by the Spark Break. As the army of these Necro books are pushing onto the tier 3 tower, Fly loses his life there to Thompson, and Seth jumps in, takes apart S4. OG at 18 minutes in, they're taking the tier 3 tower. They're onto the barracks against this Drow lineup of EG.
The Fire Spirit killed the book and he just dies.
It's Crypt. He'll hold back the charge. He knows that he can't get in on this. They can't seem to do anything to keep OG off these barracks. That is a melee rack stun.
Arteezy denied it.
He did get the deny. I mean, as hard as he tries, Arteezy, it does still mean you're on EG rather than the other side. But 22-6, OG. I mean, EG, what's EG's plan? They are really backs against the wall. A second time as well. They changed things up with the draft. And when we heard sort of what from OG's coach, they were very confident in their draft. They felt that they knew exactly how EG was going to play this series out.
I mean, for EG, they have to just be in full recovery mode. They have to just wait for more items to come out. They can't take fights into OG by any means right now with what they've got.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
Seb, to make an aggressive play, EG, start to respond, but he gets cancelled by Fly. Trying to soak that space that his team is providing, but OG, they're already setting up. They're looking to go for this mid push.
This will be another tier 2 tower taken by OG. Very little that Evil Geniuses can do to stop it.
They have such a hard time even killing the books because the Arc Warden, they just put down the magnetic field and their heroes are majorly ranged. They can't actually take them out. We're going to see it happen again here. They have the Sunray. The flag's starting to come out. As OG does seem to be a little bit hesitant here. Do not overextend.
Sumail really does have to be careful. You see how much damage he takes when he kills off those Necro books without the BKB.
Yeah. They actually, it's 20 minutes. Looks like they're prioritizing just getting those bounty runes to keep their advantage going. We see Thompson is now starting to go for the end the game build. Go for a pipe so that they can't actually kill those.
I mean,
the
that's
pipe
the
and
thing
the
as
Arc
well.
Warden, you can have the double pipe with your Tempest double can work very, very well.
And especially with that, how do EG sort of depush or clear waves? They don't.
They don't really.
They don't.
It's the Fire Spirits and the Sunray for the most part, especially if that magnetic field comes down. Sumail almost having that BKB. They're helping him farm it. Everyone's giving him all the last hits here in the jungle. Not giving them much breathing room as they stay in that mid lane. Their books 20 seconds until the Lycan's up. Arc Warden a bit longer.
They've got a full basher on Seb as well. Seb forward trading, looks towards S4. S4 forced to the back. We'll be fine. A little bit of an early global.
Yeah, that's the second time. They also did that up top.
It works out at top of the end of the day where they got the melee rack, so it may work out again in here mid as tier 3 tower is going to go down. Thompson finds it, moves in towards Fly as EG just getting forced back away from their barracks here. OG, they're on top of the rack, they'll charge forward, they'll look for the cooldown. Can they get the fight going? EG, but Seb's on top of Sumail. Seb will go down. Sumail was full, but OG's pretty low. They've lost Thompson. They'll get the submarine out onto a second. Anna falls. They'll snowball forward onto S4, but OG, they've only got 3 left alive. Thompson's going straight for the TV out of the charge. Quick gets the kill. No tail down as well as Jarex. EG hold! And they had to pull it out there, EG. They absolutely did. They lose that fight, they lose that Rex, it is game over. They're going down to the lower bracket, but they pulled it off. They pushed OG away, they get the team wipe, and the game still goes.
The stars align perfectly as they get a multi-hero charge disabled. The Supernova is defended all the way in the backlines, and Sumail able to just throw that barrage from the backlines before he had the BKB too. Provided so much damage with that disable coming in from Crit.
EG already ready to pounce and make another play. They look towards Seb. They've got the charge. Seb's already popped the enrage. They look with the gust to kite him up. More TPs are coming in from OG. Can they kill Seb off in time? They can. No! The snowball saved Jerax. He's managed to save him for now, but Seb's very low. S4 slides across. Seb's still alive. The Infinitus. S4 gets the kill, but now he's in deep. The Sunray from Fly healing him up. S4 trying to run himself away. Crit charges through. Gets three of them with the charge back. They've got the silence on Anna. That's going to be added down on the like of Jerax. Homing missile on top of him. EG. They find a third, and they pulled the game back to a point where the net worth is even. Evil geniuses.
Such a positional advantage there from EG. The gust from Arteezy connecting on 3. The Crit follow-up charge. They make their way in that Roche pit now.
I can't quite believe that we're seeing this sort of a turnaround. EG with this lineup, it sort of looked like all was lost. It was sort of starting to be questioned, was this sort of a spirit breaker pick too far? But bam, those last couple of fights. Sure, they're still down to Raxon on the top row, but other than that, the momentum, it's starting to get the point where it's in EG's hands.
Yep, they claim that net worth lead for the first time here. They start picking up those big items. Aegis and Cheese is going to help a lot for those fights too, and Fly, as well as those levels. Level 12 now, so that stronger that stronger Supernova that they can defend easier. Also, look at the gold they all got. 2,500 on the Phoenix. Arteezy picks up a Yash after the Hurricane fight. Everybody pretty much got 2,000 gold on EG, as well as a Vanguard on Crit. A lot tankier for him to just go for those charge throughs. As we've still mentioned, they still lack the disable to stop
They can't stop it. We're seeing in those last two fights, Crit, if he gets the right angle, he knocks back for ultimate time.
Yep. If they can line it up with the charge with the gust, that's going to be their success versus OG. So OG, they get ulted pretty damn hard. They've committed heavily for this push. With those double Necrobooks, Thompson committed fully for that pipe as well.
Haste! As you say, if it's getting close to the point where Sumail can just pop that BKB, flag down the Necrobooks, that's just going to be more gold into his bank.
And he's queued up the Blink Dagger now.
I like it. And look at this smoke play now from EG.
Look at that win probability too.
They did have the ward up on the high ground. I think that was sort of around it.
Yeah, they saw it.
So Seb, he's going to position himself to dispel the smoke, ready with a blink out bound. They knew, and they were ready to be prepared to stop EG from getting away with a kill attempt. EG can look towards the mid-tier 1 tower there. They've got the creep wave pushing forward.
Anna's pushing bottom with his books, or with one of the books, at least.
They've got the vision on the high ground and the charge forward. Global Silence comes out, trying to stop EG from getting on top of Seb. Seb, positive overpower, turns towards Crit, but Sumail's on top of him. They get stunned up with the homing missile. Sumail with the BKB and the chase down finds the kill onto Seb. Seb's down. And to be careful of Thompson's temp is doubled. The bottom lane is indeed getting heavily pressured. Jerax found out by Arteezy as they kill off 2 evil geniuses. Azana will come back. They were able to split that up nicely, EG. They did take a bit of damage there onto the tier 3 on the bottom lane, but they could take the fight in the mid lane and get back before any sort of serious damage was done by Anna with that split push.
Yeah, they made sure not to overcommit. They were pinging bottom non-stop during the fight while it was happening. They knew that they couldn't actually go for any more kills. They had to put some attention onto Anna's Lycan. We got a game on our hand.
We certainly did, especially considering that this certainly looked to be a game that EG was going to get run over in, but that no longer is the case. They found that crucial fight that sort of kickstarted everything off. As you can see, the levels looking great. S4 and Arteezy both sitting at level 17.
Yep. And they've got those
2 levels
those
of
extremely crucial items. That BKB on the gyro, doesn't have as much fear anymore to clear those books. Close to that Blink Dagger so we can go close the gap, as they kind of have been in a lot of situations anyway, from walking into them. Look for those pushes.
S4 nearly with a goal for that full BKB.
And S4 level 17, as well as Arteezy also level 17, the 2 highest levels in the game, followed by Sumail 16.
Jerax gets the tower, deny mid. But certainly these next 3 fights, ready to see the player Sumail, that signature Blink Dagger that you talked about, ready to go. There's the smoke ups there from EG.
They're feeling their power.
Immediately ready to jump, keep this pressure that they know that they can absolutely use to take fights now.
Especially with that Aegis and Cheese
And
still
they
on.
found the big one. Thompson, they're on top of him. Charge out straight away to get the gun through as well. The shards will come down to hold Samel back, but it's not enough to save Thompson. They get on top of the Arc Warden. Jerax is coming in the mid lane, starting to pull those creeps away to stop them from getting away with a push on top of the kill. They're looking for more action up top though. Crits in with the charge, they get the gust in onto Anna, but Anna with the TP escapes. Crit finds the connection onto Seb, No-Tail's there, but so Samel. Samel jumps on top of No-Tail, Global Silence comes through, Seb will TP out, but Samel's there with the chase down, looking for No-Tail. No-Tail trying to juke his way around the trees, but the group of EG is there to finish him off, or maybe he can't. Can he get away? Surely not. They've got the vision, he'll pop us out, won't save him. S4's in with the impetus.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
As Crit just going from action to action straight towards Jerax. Jerax is TPing actually up towards the top, so Crit says, okay, we'll fight up there if you want to. The charge will be onto Arteezy. Jerax blinks away behind the tower. Crit not interested in trying to push the issue as Thompson is back in the game. Knows there's a chance for an Arc Warden TPing in, so he'll play it cool. Seb on the hunt.
He's committing far
He
forward.
is. He just goes straight into them there. Arteezy with the gust. Crit with the ult. Seb
Way too deep into the high ground.
absolutely. I mean, they knew that there was a good number of EG probably still hanging around. Seb trying to charge forward. They didn't have vision on the high ground. Arteezy hitting the easiest gust of his life to set it up. And obviously at this point in time, not really a whole lot that Seb can do to react to that. Doesn't have the BKB complete yet. He has to be careful with that aggression.
Arteezy is carrying salves around too. He had 3 at one point, so just looking to stay on the map, not trying to go back to base at all. As they also have earned charges on Crit. Almost the full Shivas finished for Fly.
Full Crimson Guard and Crit.
These two supports just got so much stronger for from all these situations happening. Shivas is going to help so much versus all those books and summons.
That's Crit. Only on top of Mana, holds back though. They know there's backup, and now with the ult coming out from Mana, OG are going to look to try and fight. They look for the chase down onto S4. S4 getting forced back. Crit's going to be the one left behind at the moment as Anna turns towards him, but he's tanky with the Crimson Guard. Anna can't pipe through it.
He's got 2,000 health with 18 armor. He activates. That was a shapeshift use.
That was. Doesn't find OG anything in terms of kills or objectives. It's a huge army, as you see, of illusions, necrobooks being maneuvered around the map by OG. Samel, he's ready to farm some of them up. Let's try to here, see if any of them can get away. That last one, now getting the money. A couple of hundreds there, 400 gold for the map.
And you
Gets
can feel
those
how,
units.
You can feel how the tides really have turned. How before it was EG for a bit of time, they couldn't actually take the fights into OG's lineup, but now OG, they actually just can't take a 5-man fight into EG. So all the gold they have acquired in levels.
So we've seen though, with OG's lineup, there's definitely potential for different playstyles to come out. They have this Arc Warden, they have this Lycan. EG have to be careful of the split push and the wrap.
OG's got to look to get people picked off when they're split off, as Crit might be that target as those bounty runes are spawning.
Trying to man up against that Archer there, but indeed, OG got their eyes on him. Samel and Fly, Arteezy, they're ready to join him. Around that 30-minute rune spawn, so Crit will be able to pick it up. OG, do they really want to try and jump this? Doesn't look like it. They'll just send Thompson's Tempest double in to scout, give a bit of information.
Play that split push. That number.
Myself right.
Zana very close to having the full Assault Cuirass online, which certainly will help against this Drow Ranger lineup of EG. Thompson, build wise as we can see, scaling up the Dagon towards S4 in the middle lane, but don't really have a way of getting on top of it. And with that BKB and still with the cheese in his pocket, S4 feeling pretty invincible.
Ooh, they want to go for Arteezy here.
Here they go with the ult. Can they get on top of him? They get slowed down by the flux. He'll look to get himself out of there with the Manta. Does have the back of a Crit. Crit by his side, and so's Fly. He's got a lot of friends with him, Arteezy, so easily hold back sort of the army chasing him down. Crit charges forward. Doesn't look to commit. It's just the Tempest double from OG being put onto the front lines.
Too hard for them to walk into EG when they've got that 4 or 5 men around them. Just have so much extra control, so much extra team fight over OG. That advantage growing. And a 20,000 experience lead now in this game.
Experience.
Yeah, the gold's
certainly setting them apart. Oh, yes, as we sort of saw earlier, it's mainly levels on RTZ and S4. Mid lane talking about S4, does get jumped upon. Forces himself back, and again, they just don't quite have the follow-up lockdown to hold him in place. As you can see, sort of in terms of stuns, OG's lineup is relatively lacking.
Just the tusk, that's what I'm saying. Majority.
Again, just control around that pit.
And it's up in 5 seconds.
In terms of team fight around the pit,
EG's is very, very strong in comparison.
they've got that egg. The only sort of worry OG's is the global silence, but we've seen EG sort of been able to time their fights around it, wait it out, and immediately re-engage after the global silence is used.
It's hard for them to get the catch on top of that global now because of this happened in that mid lane. Thompson.
Sentry down.
Broken. Crit. Mid forward.
Thompson's just sitting there on the front lines of it all. The global comes out, but the BKB and the rocket barrage is already out. Thompson just sitting all on his own as well. There was no members of OG by his side. They do manage to get the courier, Jax, with a quick uppercut. But with that Thompson kill, EG, they're into the roast. This is the refresher shard Roshan as well. And it looks like they are going to have no trouble in taking this. 30 seconds without the Arc Warden. OG can't contest it. They'll be able to grab it all, Evil Geniuses.
I wonder who takes the refresher, Sumail. Or they might just give it to the Phoenix. Just have it fly sit in the back lines. $7K advantage. Experience just continues as well for EG. Game plan just halted after that mid push
As
went
you
sour.
said, this experience, 20,000 experience difference. Which was expected sort of at that sweet point when it was even. That was when OG were making that play with the push mid, and then it all sort of crumbled. Seb, lane, pops the BKB in the enrage, trying to bring down Crit, does find the bash, but the damage, it's too much. He gets kited up, gets taken down, Crit's able to walk it off, and now they've got their eyes on No-Tail. Crit coming in with the charge, they're diving deep underneath the tier 2 tower. Snowball for Jax does hold back RTZ, as RTZ gets taken out. No-Tail's still alive here, maybe EG's dove a little too far this time, as he's getting surrounded. Crit trying to find No-Tail, but he can't quite do it. No-Tail survives. EG's just lost 2. The Supernova comes out on the high ground. Jax has the Snowball, keeping himself safe from the stun of the Supernova. Blink out as well. Jax able to make the escape. S4 falls forward, trying to finish off Jax, but he's inside the bubble. S4's inside the bubble as well. The shards are down, but S4, he's now in deep. He's getting bursted pretty low, but he has the heal on Fly Sunray.
Fly used the refresher shard just in case there to put that Sunray out. Not want to take any risks, since they lost a couple heroes there. And now Ana, let's have a haste.
Just there on the high ground. He's straight on top of Sumail, Seb. Coming in as well. The buyback comes out from Jax, and response comes out from Crit. Ana's being charged. We'll see if anything can be set up with this buyback. Sumail still incredibly low. He has got the Aegis. Baiting him up to the high ground. They'll pop the Aegis, but Crit ready to join. Straight in, on top of the Lycan. Can he finish Ana off? Zeb, he's trying his best to go in here. They do find the egg, take down the Supernova, but the pure damage from these impetuses, is it enough? He's been silenced, S4, so limiting the right clicks, but they still find the kill on Zeb. Zeb down for 50. Thompson with the double dagon. Burst 1, looks to Crit. Buyback from Fly. Crit getting surrounded now by OG members. In comes Fly again with that buyback, but the stun from the Snowball. Jax having to catch the Icarus dive. They have managed to find a double killer for Thompson. Thompson now going for the TP out, makes it away. S4 can't quite get the damage through in time. RTZ does have vision on Jax from the high ground in the river with the gust. Again, they'll find another. So EG with the buybacks, able to sort of slow things back down. Does cost them the buyback on both Crit and Fly.
Radiant are scared.
Ooh, I'm loving this Dagon though. This is fun. We didn't get to see it the other day when I think it was Paparazzi who queued it up and then kept changing back and forth. Now we actually get to see it displayed, how much you can actually do with it with that powerful magic burst on his Temple Stubble as well.
We're starting to see though as well how much damage S4 is able to kick out in these fights.
Yeah.
He's sitting on about 5k gold. He's got the Monkey King bar queued up,
And
ready to pick up.
Same with Sumail too. It's like sure he dies, but he's got the flak back up as soon as he respawns, and he's got an ag in him. So when whoever's next to him gets hit that much harder, he's able to freely flak in this situation, catching all of the OG members inside of the call down as well. Crit still being that nuisance with his charges coming through. It was very hard for them to stop it. They were able to get the egg though because of the commitment forward from Seb.
Seb fight. He had to go pretty damn deep for it though.
It's his job. He really has to for his team, especially if the Arc Warden's not in position for it. Gonna be the full commit forward for that burst from Thompson as he cues up the Ethereal Blade. That's a lot of damage.
Back to a 52-48 at 36 minutes as well, nonetheless.
Very nice. They are smoked up. They're looking to try to catch somebody. They know OG wants to be doing the split push, splitting up off the map, looking for as much farm as possible.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
Fine. Deep ward. We'll catch vision of Jarax with this, and this could look like it's a blink.
Oh, they see him, but yeah, well, the Shivas go, given the vision, finding Jarax in the trees. Max taken out. The push starting to come in top though. Fly's going to be there to help deal with it. So is Arteezy and Crit. Thanks all four of them coming back to make sure that OG can't get the pressure. Seb, look at the jump. Can he find the bash? Gets the silence, the bash. The global committed. They find Fly. Flies down without buyback. Arteezy and Crit, can they get something in return? They try with the ult. Seb pops the BKB, continues to back up. Thompson sending the Tempest up off the side, goes Dagon to an S4. S4 pops the BKB straight away. Now they're looking for the disengage. OG, no tail, TP out, gets away before Crit connects with the charge. They will lose the Tempest double.
Pretty decent escape though. Fly's worth a lot of money. Still, even when Seb has to jump forward like that.
Seb's looking to go back in. Arteezy's coming out for farm. He doesn't expect them to still be here. He didn't think that Anna and Seb would stay behind and look for the kill. Seb jumps in. Arteezy pops the cheese. The match start with a bash is there. Arteezy's gone for 80 seconds. Sumail, Crit trying to sort of fix this situation. They want to fight back. They've got the vision with the homing missile and the charge onto Seb. They're going with the ultimate. Seb has the enrage. The homing missile holding him in place during it though, as Seb will try and fight back, but the damage is too much from Sumail with the rocket barrage. So just as much as Arteezy sort of stuck around too long in that top lane, Seb gets caught out as well in return.
But they really closed that gold lead that EG was starting to get. They were getting close to that 10,000 mark. It's only 1K now, and Thompson reclaims that top net worth as he will have an Ethereal Blade very soon. Damage coming out from him. That BKB on the gyrocopter is getting low. How is our other two? Enchantress 7 seconds, we've got Arteezy at 9. So they've got a little bit more freedom in the fights, but Thompson is really going to start to dish out that punch when he's got at least one of those Ethereal Blades. Trying to do the math. It's very high. Over 2,500 damage, he actually does. He should be able to kill almost anybody on the side of EG if he does actually combo. He's got the double.
Crit's got the gem picked up now as well, so EG as a whole can start to really work on the D-wards and make sure that Crit can continue to make these charges without being spotted out by the vision that OG have put up on sort of EG's side of the map.
They see Fly right now, stepping forward. They even got the scan off.
Dire are
They are getting spotted by that ward.
Jarax want to commit them. On the high ground, Snowball primed.
Hit mark. Double runes starting to spawn out. We see that DD top.
Well, Seb doesn't actually grab it. Seb was right next to it. They want to pick it up.
He got scared. There we go. No tail kills it. And Sumail is in business, joining the fight with a full Satanic picked up. We'll have to imagine next is going to be the blink. Okay, yeah. To close that gap on Thompson so we can get the double combo off. It's double.
You can see some overall there, just EG showing a big difference. The amount of farm gold from creeps about 10k difference, and from that orange number, actually the yellow one, 3.04k. The most gold that they have got EG as a lineup from kills has been from killing Seb. He's fed 3k gold at the moment, most on the map.
Now S4 will almost have that Agonist pick up after the MKB. Wants to be able to deal with that magnetic field. Had to go for the MKB first. Such a close.
It's Crit. Good job there, cleaning up the wards from OG.
It's all so much about this rush, how important it really is. Staying in this area, picking out that vision with that gem that they picked up from Crit. Wanting to control this area.
him out. And missile onto Jerax, immediately TP's out. Even with that extra charge speed on Crit, not quite enough to close the gap.
Crit having that level 20 is actually pretty important in these team fights too. He can look to set up some multi-hero charges a lot easier with this. And also be able to address that split push that's been coming out.
Here we go, Crit.
Found
Thompson straight away on top, and then Thompson does get the E-Blade out. Global silence as well from No-Tail, trying to stop this attempt onto Thompson's life. Thompson using the Tempest double-edged Senate, an E-Blade charge out onto him, but it's not going to save him. Thompson gets taken down, and Anna gets caught up as well.
He's got no buyback.
They don't have buyback. 80 seconds without the Lycan or the Arc Warden, and EG, they're ready to look for more. Jax into the snowball with the homing missiles out. Crit charges in. Seb does jump forward, looking for the commit onto Smell. Smell gets forced to the side. Another bash comes out from Seb. Seb can't quite finish off the kill though. They're kiting Seb up. Seb's gonna go down. There's 4 dead on OG. Seb buys back. But Jerax, Anna, Thompson, they cannot buy back into the game. Crit straight in on top of No-Tail. No-Tail buys back. They do now have a buyback available on Seb. As OG are able to get 3 back in to try and form some sort of a defense, but EG take them instead of Rags.
They're getting healed up by Flash. They're looking to keep going.
For more kills. They get the gust out onto Jax. Jump forward from Samel with the rocket barrage. Finds Jerax. Jerax now down for 80. They're straight down the middle lane. Can they do this here, EG? They've got 25 seconds before Anna's back in the game. They're onto the tier 4 towers. No-Tail trying to lead forward with the glaive to push them out, but Crit charges in, keeping No-Tail head back away from the team. EG, they're onto a second info set, trying to commit onto fly, but then to strike. Crit with the bash is the control. He does get back to return, but Seb gets taken down. The engine exposed. EG looking to close the game up. The GG is called. And EG drawing this series to a game 3 after what has to be one of the